Welcome, this is Jess Martinson, founder and innovator at SureCoat Systems. So welcome to our first Facebook Live broadcast for our SureCoat Systems Live page. Today, we're going to go through the system about how we started SureCoat Systems and why we started it, give you a little bit of background, and we're going to use this 20 to 30 minutes every other week, I think, at this point to try and help you guys with your businesses, if you're in the roofing business or waterproofing business, or if you're a building owner or a facilities management or facilities director person that needs some help on flat roof and low slope roof walls or other waterproofing help. We're going to use this to help you guys. So we're going to spend a few minutes today and basically talk about really why you should buy SureCoat, why you should consider this, and how we got here. So I just wanted to tell you guys today, you know, really we don't spend a lot of time talking about ourselves, but I'm really proud of this team that works here and the expertise that's here, and to give you a little bit of background about us. And years ago, right after high school, I started working for my family's construction company, and we did several things, and one of them was roofing and coatings way back then. So I've been very fortunate for all these years that I've been in this business that I've used just about every kind of spray equipment that you can use, and I've sprayed just about everything that you could spray, and I've had a lot of experience with liquid building materials. So this really started out with our construction company, where at one point we had over 100 employees, and we were doing about $18 million a year in construction projects, and using $6 to $8 million a year in building materials. So all of you out there that are in the contracting business, you know that the people that are responsible for these projects are you at the end of the day. So the materials that you buy are important. Your customer expects you to build these projects and then stand behind them. And if you end up with materials that don't work correctly, it puts you in a really bad spot. So that's exactly what happened to us. In 2000, we started to grow our company, and we were building, I can't remember how many projects it was a year, but it grew into $18 million worth of work every year with 100 employees. And we were starting to have product failures with some of the liquid products that we were buying. And so basically I spent a lot of my time trying to deal with these problems all the time instead of growing the company or managing the company. So we started looking for another solution after we just got frustrated with dealing with the material suppliers, and that whole process was frustrating in itself. You look at materials, and the labels or marketing part of those materials are basically implying that they have long warranties, or we learned what a limited lifetime warranty is. It's really more limited than it is a lifetime warranty. And those are the kind of things that just frustrated me. I think if you talk to the people here that know me, they'll tell you I'm not the type of person that walks away from things because they're difficult or because everyone's thrown their hands up and decided there just isn't a better way. Well, I don't believe that. And so in the years in 2002, 2003, we had to create a whole service department, which is even hard to admit, to deal with all of the pickup work and repair work that we had to do because of these liquid building materials that were failing. So after dealing with the customer service and the engineers and technicians at these giant material supply houses, basically it came down to they didn't have an answer for those problems, and they didn't have another material that would work. So we went, looking for somebody that could help us. And long story short on that part of it, after lots of research and using different types of products, we ended up partnering with a company that had a marine expertise. So they design products that are around water in harsh environments, salt water, treated water, all kinds of different water environments, and helped us design a product that would work on flat roofs, walls, and decks. So we started using that material to do our repairs and then do our projects from then on, from 2003 forward. And after a couple of years of using the products that we'd helped develop and making the application guides and all those things for them, we decided that it was time, to offer these products to the public. So that's when SureCoat Systems was founded. So Carolyn Martinson is the head of that company at this time, and is basically managed that company. And then the staff, part of the staff, sitting in here with me today, which is great. I'm going to introduce them in a little while. We have some of the best staff as far as knowing our products and basically having solutions for you guys with your roofs, walls, and decks. And the thing that I'd say I'm the most proud about this whole thing is that, every product gets lab tested when it's designed. And I've looked through so many data sheets and, so many spec sheets through this whole process. It's kind of mind-numbing, truthfully. And promises made in the laboratory with accelerated weather conditions and all that are one thing. And then testing everything on the roof or out in the environment where it's gonna live its life is another. So some of you have followed us in the past. And just for a quick note, these SureCoat live shows are gonna take the place of our podcast that we were doing before. So our podcast with the field tested shows we used to do were really just that. They were talking about these projects that have been all across the country and even out of the country, where we've been able to keep an eye on these projects and see how they're weathering, how they're holding up, and those type of things has made me really proud that this product line has functioned so well now for 15 years out in the field. We have customers here through the construction company that have these roofs now that are over 15 years old, and really, I can honestly say that there hasn't been a product failure yet. There's been times when we put the material on when the weather was too sketchy. There's been other people that have done that, but other than that, as long as you follow the application guide, there's thousands of projects done all across the country, from high-rise buildings to walking decks with lots of traffic on them, to flat roofs that pond water everywhere, and walls that expand and contract every day that have held up tremendously. So we're not going to go into the whole product line today. We won't have time. This is more of an introduction, but I just kind of wanted to speak to the credibility of the first of all, the company. There's a lot of expertise here. To the staff, I still think it wouldn't matter what we're selling. The service part of what we do here is tremendous. The people that work here is good old school service. And if you ask them, they'll tell you this is easy to do here because we know the product works. It's proven that it's worked, and basically they're just repeating themselves every day. So that's a really cool thing for me to know that they have that comfort level. There's never a story that you got to make up because you just tell the truth every day. We have the proof. The proof's on the roof, basically, that thing. So anyway, we do have really firsthand proof that these products have worked. We want to have you guys have a comfort level with the product line, and we have so many case stories here from waterproofing walls, decks, and our specialty really is the flat roofs and low slope roofs. It doesn't matter if it's built up foam, metal, or what it is. We have photos and personal expertise in doing those things. So we have photos and worksheets for you guys where we can help you. And I think it doesn't matter if you're a contractor, right? You guys, we speak that language here. You guys are easy for us because we still work in it every day. If you're a building owner, you don't work on this stuff yourself all that often, hopefully, other than the problems you've had. But we can relate to you and we can help you, right? Spend your money wisely and get the most for your money. If you're a facilities manager or a property manager, we deal with hundreds of you guys, every year, and our expertise can be very helpful. And it's really money well spent. From personal experience, all those products that we were buying that were failing, I paid for that stuff out of pocket. I had customers that we'd worked for years that we were putting these products on their buildings and having problems with them, and you can't leave things like that. That's how roofing companies go out of business, or waterproofing companies go out of business, or contractors go out of business, is you don't take care of your service work and you don't find a way to get through your clients' problems. And we've done that here, so super proud of that. The other thing that I wanted to let you guys know that we're going to use this show to take care of some of the frequently asked questions. Sometimes I'm sitting in my office and the phone rings and I can hear them talking down the hall, and we're pretty much answering a lot of the same questions over and over, which we don't mind doing. We want you to call and talk to us so we can help you, but we also want to make it possible where we have some video like this where we're going to be able to talk through some of these things. So the frequently asked questions will be coming up in a few shows. Probably the next show we do is going to be about the product line. We'll do that. And the format's going to look a little different. So today I kind of bumbled through this a little. I haven't told this story for over a year. So it's not as clean as I could tell it, but basically we use the product every day still on the construction side of this. I was on a roof today before I came here to do this. So we're involved in this every day, just like you guys. It keeps our finger on the pulse of what's going on out there, and we're going to spend a little bit of time the next couple of shows going through the product line. And the format of this we're going to probably put a little table up here in front of where I'm sitting, and we're going to have Jeff Saran and Monique in here that are going to contribute to the show. And if you call here and ask for somebody at SureCoat, you're going to talk to one of them. And I'm going to introduce them in just a couple of minutes here so they can say hi to you guys. Anyway, the idea really, you guys, is for us to kind of be able to interact with you this way. And it's a little more personal, I think, with the camera, and you guys will be able to contact us about these questions, and we can talk about your specific projects. So, I mean, we've got tons of material that we can run through ourselves. So we're going to do the first 4 or 5 shows probably on what we think, maybe 2 or 3 shows. But we want to encourage you guys to ask questions, especially about projects. So, these materials are great at energy efficiency, and most importantly, the waterproofing ability of these products are like no other. As far as a liquid product, you end up with a seamless roof or wall, no overlaps. Anytime that you second coat or top coat this stuff, it laminates itself together. It won't come apart. And again, we have thousands of projects that have been done. We have proof that this stuff works. So without dragging on and rambling on too much more than I have, I want to introduce Monique. So if you call in, a lot of times the first technical person you're going to talk to is Monique, and then right across the hall from her is Jeff Saran. Come on over here, Jeff. So feel really fortunate to have both of these guys. So Monique's worked here for many, many years and does a lot of things here and has just grown into an excellent product rep. And I feel very fortunate really that we have Jeff here. So Jeff's worked for a couple of really large material manufacturers over the years. And I met Jeff as he was one of our SureCoat customers for quite a while. So he's applied all of the products that we have. So there's more office staff here. Connie answers the phone most of the time. Justin does all of your packaging and delivering, and then Carolyn's here and makes sure that that you guys get all the documents and things that you need when your projects are done. So anyway, we just wanted to say hi today, introduce things. We're going to be here for technical support. We have a lot of technical expertise here that we can be helpful with. So I guess with that being said, until next time, right?
We'll see you.
See ya.
All right.